All right. As usual, we're late as fuck. It's probably my bad. And Hangout sucks. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Keyboard Warriors, presented by RepTheWarriors.com. My name's Eddie Law. That's Fred Kirby. That's Jesse Wakaba. Coming off I wouldn't say surprising, but pretty solid UFC 238 card. What do you mean, Jesse? You know what?
I don't think it was surprising in that I think a lot of the matchups ended up being how a lot of people and a lot of the favorites really won. Mm-hmm. I think the only surprise we got was the main event, right? I mean, for me at least. I don't know about you guys, but I really think that was a surprise for a lot of people.
After the first round, it was a surprise to me because I thought once his legs got chewed up, I was like, "Damn, that's it, that's it." He's gonna be shooting for his life. He's gonna catch a knee to the face. No, sir. But yeah, well, Fred.
Shock the shit out of me.
I want to hear Fred.
Yeah. Shock the shit out of me, man. What, Jesus?
No, I was gonna ask you so you could get into your whole rant. Now, seeing the whole aftermath of maybe it wasn't his knee that he blew out on Tuesday, it might have been his ankle. He had pictures of like a really gnarly, bruised up ankle. They posted a picture of his X-ray where he had a fracture going into the fight. All that together, does this make him a pretty big, I don't know, superstar in the UFC, or do you think this is just another blase athlete that we should not care about?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the latter. I don't think. Look, I give it to him. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? He's gotta try to ham it up a little bit. But as far as him being the pound for pound best or the new face of the UFC,
that's a different conversation.
Or any of the horse shit he's claiming, he's none of that. He is the fucking champ, I guess. I'll give him that. Champion of a fucking weight division that I'm thinking is still fucking kind of on the way out in flyweight. I don't give a shit what Dana White or fucking goofy ass little Henry Cejudo says. And congratulations to the cute little prick. I'm gonna tell you something though. I think he's fucking cheating. I think he's cheating. Come on, real shit. Do y'all remember when fucking Henry Cejudo first came into the sport? Cute little chubby bastard with the gold boxing shorts. All of a sudden, he looks like the Incredible Hulk. He's fucking shaking and shit. He's fucking hulking out after the fucking fight and before the weigh-ins and whatnot. Get the fuck out of here.
It's that one company he uses, man. If it's cleanly helping him be. I can't even say that.
Let me ask you guys this though. Does it not seem like Cejudo kind of adapted Demetrius Johnson's style of fighting now? Because those knees in the clinch were exactly what he got eaten up by Demetrius in their first fight. His way of moving and mixing his wrestling. Like the only thing that he's not as good at is, checking those leg kicks that he didn't check in the first round, right? Like the first round, his legs just got chewed up. But his ability to adjust a different game plan in the second round and actually, start, doing something different. Like all of it kind of just seemed like he was just copying Demetrius Johnson, just not as good. What do you guys think about that, though?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If he was copying Demetrius, it seems to be working even better than Demetrius' fucking game plan did because he's getting finishes over high-ranking opponents that Demetrius wouldn't even fucking fight. Now, don't make me start taking up for fucking Henry, goddammit, Jesus. I need to trash him a little further.
Okay, well, then trash him a little bit more before we get into the rest of this conversation, then.
No, look. Here's the truth, right? All hyperbole aside, maybe the cute little cocksucker's a lot better than I thought he was, I suppose. Mm-hmm. I still think he barely beat DJ. Mm-hmm. I still think that if him and TJ ran it back, that fight goes differently. Maybe he wins, but surely he doesn't starch him in fucking 32 seconds. And listen, this Marlon Moraes fight, I suppose I just got to give it to him. It is what it fucking is. Do I think he's going to be dominant at 35? Nah, I don't. Sorry. I still ain't no believer like that. And just getting into a little bit of the bullshit he talks, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's just trolling. But this whole fucking, greatest combat sports athlete of all time and shit, I get it. I get he had the Olympic fucking medal, 2-division weight champ, but like greatest combat sports athlete of all time? Are we like, listen, I hate to be this fucking guy, but as long as Floyd Mayweather still sucks breath, he can fucking hang that conversation the fuck up. And guess what? You little horseshit ass, goddamn stupid ass Olympic medal. Floyd's got one of those too. So fucking suck the fuck out of it, homeboy.
All right. Well,
Look, I'm enjoying this. I'm actually at first annoying, but I'm enjoying this cringe Cejudo character that he's come up with. Like the shit that he does, it makes me cringe so hard. Like when he did that stupid ass magic trick and he pulled the snake out. Like you ever cringe so hard you almost like twist your body? You're like, what the fuck, dude? Like that's exactly what happened. But that makes his character so goddamn effective. Like shit.
Yeah, I will say that's the one thing I didn't add to this. I'll give him this. I hate him. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm not indifferent. Like I want to see him lose, and that's a good thing. So I will give him that. He has my attention. I don't think he's half as good as he thinks he is or he's proclaiming to be, but the cute little cocksucker is definitely on my radar now. I'll give him that.
Well, how about this question then? Do you think that we are finally seeing the Cejudo that we thought we were going to get when he first got into the UFC? Because remember, when he first got into the UFC, pretty much everybody here on the panel was, praising him for his wrestling, how he was going to take over that division. He was going to be the Mexican, we were going to have Kane in heavyweight, and we were going to have, Cejudo in the flyweight, and we were going to have Mexicans dominating these two weight classes. Do you think that it's finally taken this long for Cejudo to kind of come along and become what we thought he was? The only problem is the whole cringe thing and how long it took him to get there, and that questionable win over DJ, it kind of mars the whole, his whole kind of like resurgence as the guy that we thought he was. And now it's been so long that we forgot about that. Now it's just like, well, we saw him get beat, and he's not the most like exciting fighter except for his last, 2 fights.
We got on the steroids.
We forgot about that guy.
Yeah, look, steroids.
Hey,
no, here's the thing. Like,
just like GSP, until he gets caught, it's a legend.
When GSP does get caught, somebody better suck my dick because we all know I've been calling it for fucking years. So just
here we go.
Like I said,
here we go. We're gonna like that guy that said he was gonna suck his own butthole if Cejudo won. Where's that guy at?
Oh, hey, what the fuck? All right, hold up. No, fuck all that. Okay, you know what, internet? I know somebody, one of y'all watching this shit right now, saw who that dude was. I fucking forgot to screenshot it and save the fucking screen name. Not that I want to watch it, but I'd like to see people backtrack a lot.
Listen,
you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to see this shit go down.
I don't want to ruin. I don't want to ruin the end of the movie for nobody, but ain't nobody sucking their own butthole, Jack.
Exactly. I just want to hear the plan of how he would do such thing. Like,
yeah.
By the way, he posted right away after the fight. You guys know that's physically impossible, right? Like yeah, we know, but you're the one that said it.
Yeah. You better find a dude that just looks just like you, then, motherfucker. Because damn, like you owe. The internet will not forget. I still haven't forgotten fucking Fred here is supposed to cut his fucking hair. All right,
Jesus,
he never did it.
Christ, always with the fucking crazy. It wasn't a legitimate bet.
Exactly what this guy's saying now. Anyway, the Fighting With Myself podcast. Thank you, MMA gods. The Fighting With Myself. Okay, I'm gonna go look up this dude's fucking Twitter in a minute. But anyway, here's the thing about Cejudo. And MMA God says Henry looked way bigger than Moraes. I've had those same thoughts. Fred is having dudes jacked. I mean, he might be, but when he first came in, he was like, the clean cut kid, respectful, nice, and yeah, he lost a couple fights, whatever it was. He lost twice, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he lost DJ and he lost the Joseph Benavidez, right?
Right, Benavidez, right. Yeah. So, he was all humble and everything like that. What we've learned is humility doesn't really get you paid. Not in this UFC.
No.
You know what I mean? Doesn't get you paid. So we've, I watched coming up to the pay-per-view on Saturday. I actually watched quite a few interviews while I was waiting for it to start, and like at least I watched like 6 of them, and at least 4 of them they mentioned that Cejudo is taking a real liking to Chael Sonnen, and if we know, Chael Sonnen created a career with a character. He could fight. Don't get it twisted. He could fight. And he can inject with the best of them, but he had this character, right, that we were all drawn to. You hated Chael Sonnen. You want to see him get his ass beat. All this other shit. So I think he has to play the game to get paid. And to me, it confirmed it after the fight. He's like, I want to get paid heavyweight money.
But I don't think he's made illusions that this is his new character.
No, he's backing it up.
Real him. Yeah. No. The thing is that he admits that the only reason he's doing this is because he wants to get paid. Right. And I think he even talked about it on the MMA Hour, one of those, where he said that, this whole character thing is at least getting him the attention that he wants, getting people to, like Fred, want to see him get knocked out, or like possibly Eddie and I see our Mexican brethren be the triple champ. Okay. Whatever. But we care about the guy at least, right? That's what he's trying to get us to do.
Hold on, let me ask a question there. Okay, so I'm gonna fucking go ahead and give my opinions on something that we'll probably talk about later. But I want to tie it into this because I got a question. Okay, the one little fucking Chinese broad, right? Wen Jiang Li or whatever the fuck, she's getting the shot against Andrade, right?
Zhang.
Okay, now obviously Twitter blew up. Everybody's panties got in a ruffle because of that. But I think it's quite obvious what the go is with that, right? Like they doing the fucking fight in China, right?
Yeah.
Are they?
That's what I heard. Yeah. So, like they're obviously look, it's either going to give Andrade a big win on enemy turf, or they get this whole new prospect and they finally get a Chinese champion. But obviously, it's a play towards the Chinese crowd.
Of course.
Clearly. So bringing that around to Henry Cejudo, no, I most certainly do not think he is the new face of the UFC. But one part or one particular point about this story that I do find interesting, and seeing as how YouTube pricks are fucking Mexican, what is his chances in breaking through in Mexico with real fucking Mexicans, not the fucking Mexicans like you pricks that are roaming around the fucking West Coast, but like in Mexico? Can Henry Cejudo crack that market? I mean, look, what's the fat prick fucking Jonathan Ruiz or whatever the fuck?
Andy Ruiz, yeah.
Andy Ruiz. I always want to call him Jonathan for some reason. Andy Ruiz. So, fucking Mexican got their first heavyweight boxing champion. Now you got Henry Cejudo doing his thing. Could he penetrate that market, in y'all's opinion?
His Spanish has to be on point. Like right now, like
it is.
I don't know. Have you? I honestly never heard him speak Spanish. Is it good?
I have. I just
his
don't know the
Spanish
difference.
is pretty good. I think the problem with Cejudo is if he was gonna be that guy, he would have done it already when he beat Demetrius, and that was like a whimper when he won that title in Mexico. It was a blip on there. I think the problem isn't whether he can be marketable in Mexico. I think it's how the UFC approaches him in Mexico, because just like how they did with Kane, how they did like a whole promotional thing. They had what was it, the Mexican beer Tecate or whatever, or Modelo or whatever. They had him on the commercial that, like they were trying to push that whole Mexican market. And then once Kane lost, now they're trying to put Stipe up there like he's, like he drinks Modelo, whatever. Like it's hard to build that if you don't have that presence. That's why I was always saying that if they were to get rid of that 125 division, I think someone like a Combate Americas, who already has a footprint down there, or even Bellator, could open up that market and do a better job of marketing, because it seems to me like the UFC is trying to do a lot of other things. Russia, Asia, where they're probably not going to do so well, seeing as how, one is already there. You have all the other, promotions out there, Risen and all that stuff. And it just doesn't seem like they're servicing the Latin American market too well. So I don't know how well they're going to be able to market him. I think he could be a star because, like I said, his Spanish is pretty good. But I think the problem is how they do it. And we know they could, be a really good marketing machine. I just don't know if they know the Mexican market well enough to do it.
Look, with Mexico, you got to have the Mexican fighter fight in Mexico. Fucking bottom line, right? Like, if you do an event, and if you start,
and he hasn't he?
Right. But I mean, like him headlining he hasn't gone down there as a champion. He just hasn't, right?
Right.
So if you go down there, let's say near the end of the year, we're going to Mexico for this pay-per-view, whatever the fuck. Henry Cejudo, champ. You start doing the rounds down there on the media, it's gonna get plenty of attention and plenty of looks. Think of it this way: the best Mexican boxers are all lightweights. They're all lighter, smaller guys. My people don't come very big. Andy Ruiz is just happens to be a big dude. Kane is a fucking anomaly. He just what the fuck? Just I don't know what he's giant Mexican dude. Andy Ruiz, same thing. So So Henry Cejudo, go out there, get him in promos with Canelo, get him in promos with Julio Cesar Chavez, who's a legend in Mexico. No one, even kids younger than, or like my friends' kids, my cousin's kids know who Julio Cesar Chavez is. He's a legend in Mexico. Like, people tell stories of this guy. You do that shit, you market him right, he'll be huge. I think, especially if he goes out there and starts whoever's next.
Don't you think that's the problem though? Because if they want to do something with Canelo's under contract with DAZN. You know what I'm
but
saying?
they could also
that could be a problem with like marketing wise.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They could always just say they was training with him though, just training his hands with Canelo or some shit like that.
Hey, I don't think that the zone contract says, hey, you can't have anyone from other promotions come train with you.
Yeah,
I don't think that's real. All you have to do is put out footage of him, hitting bags with Canelo, or just fucking hanging out with Canelo. It doesn't mean you have to go to promo view. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people see it's perception, right?
But
here's that and everything.
Like that's the sad part about it, right? That Canelo went to the zone, because then I don't know if you guys saw, like, Bellator did something with what's her name? Ilemele McFarlane, where she was out there with Canelo and training with him and stuff. See, like, Bellator actually has a good inroad with doing that stuff, right? Because they have Canelo on the zone and stuff. They have a contract with him, and they can do all these cool promotional things. Yeah. The hard thing is, like you said, is like trying to get a big push behind him. Because who's the only other Mexican person you can kind of think of that has a good foothold in Mexico, which might not even be a good foothold, would be Golden Boy, right?
Right.
Golden Boy doing something with like Oscar de la Hoya and some of his team doing something like that. The other thing is, how much is Henry Cejudo willing to do all this stuff? Because it doesn't seem like he really cares about the Mexican market too much, right?
Right. If he wants to get paid, he's gonna fucking do it, and that's what he's been saying. I want to get paid heavyweight money. You gotta do heavyweight shit, and that includes all the media stuff. And I'm telling you right now, I think he would take that on. You know what I mean? Although he doesn't. I don't think I've never heard him claim Mexico very much. He's obviously American Olympian. That's right in front, right? He won a gold medal for the U.S. Great, cool stuff and everything. With Mexico, you kind of gotta, convince him a little bit. So that's what I'm saying, like, go on all the big talk shows, and he will if they do that. Go and do little things here and there. The problem is Dana White actually pushing for that to happen. How many times have we seen, like, great fucking opportunity? I mean, for example, Andrade is fighting that Zhang chick for the title. Okay, they put that out, and half the people that saw the tweet, that I don't know who put it out, Okamoto, whoever, half people that saw that shit was like, who? They legit had to Google who Zhang was. Meanwhile, Michelle Waterson's fucking right there. Whether or not you think Michelle Waterson can win, if you legitimately believe that Mom Champ storyline isn't fucking awesome and that she hasn't won enough fights to at least like earn a look, right, as a possible like title fight, what the fuck? If you look at the Zhang thing, it's completely about the UFC Performance Institute in China, which I think they're opening, or they opened already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
all about that. It. Yeah, and they are there, or they're going to.
They're going to. It hasn't opened yet, I believe.
To me, it's a lot about that. That PI is a huge part of that,
and it's going to be huge.
And it's massive. It's going to be massive. So, in fact, they're setting up different PIs in China to get people to fucking train. And mind you, if you don't watch Zhang fight, that chick is bad. I mean, she's fucking some angry shit. Like, she could knock bitches out. But at the same time, it's just like, from where I'm sitting, it's like, how do you not do the Waterson fight? You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Because now you're pushing that back. Because, look, Andrade fights Zhang. Let's say somehow Andrade beats her. Cool. Fair enough. Rose is going to be ready to go by then. And you're telling, and if you compare Rose Andrade to Andrade Waterson, that Rose Andrade rematch is going to be big, right? Especially coming off of how it went in the first fight. So you're pushing off that Waterson fight, and I just wonder if she'll even take. I don't even know if she'll take a fight in between. But regardless, back to the original thing about Henry Cejudo. It just seems like the UFC pushes who they feel like pushing. I mean, it's always been that way, right? They just push whoever they feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
And everybody else just has to do it on their own. I mean, Tyron Woodley, I give Tyron Woodley a whole lot of credit for making himself as big as he is. He ain't getting no push, fucking ever. Yeah, you know what I mean? True. He had to go get this little side shit on TMZ and get his, champ camp, YouTube shit going and put out awful fucking rap songs. As bad as those fucking songs were, it was promotion, dude. Hey. People started figuring out who Tyron Woodley is. He made himself that big. UFC had nothing to do with it other than putting him on TV.
True.
That's literally it. You know what I'm saying? So GSP Canada made him huge.
And that's the thing. I think you've always talked about that, Eddie. You got to go out and make your money. If you can't sit around and wait for the UFC to make you your money. Like the fighters, and some of them understand this, some of them don't. You have to understand that you are your own business endeavor, right? Like you are your business, your CEO, everything. So if you don't, get off your ass and do anything about promoting yourself, putting yourself out there, nobody's going to care about you, and the UFC is not going to do that for you, And it's like it takes these special guys, kind of like a Conor, right? He got a little bit of a rope, and he took the rest of the rope and ran with it, right? Now he's got all his marketing thing. Now he interjects himself into everything, right? Like this whole stupid Justin Bieber, Tom Cruise. God. He was one of the first ones to interject himself,
the only one,
right? Like he put his name into it. Like it doesn't matter though, because what happens then? All the stupid TMZs and morning breakfast things, they all like, oh, Conor McGregor has his own promotion and he's thinking about doing this, even though they don't know what they're talking about. But there's his name out there, right? Like his name is always out there.
Yo, man, I hope Bieber fucks around with that, because if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure Tom Cruise wrestled quite a bit. I hope he still knows some shit. He'll fight. Wrestlers never forget, by the way. Wrestlers remember the technique forever. By the way, that fight's never gonna happen. Who gives a shit? But anyway, let me just real quick read up on the comments. Here's a shitload. Dave Mann, what's up, dude? MMA Gods apparently a while ago said what I just said a minute ago. It's to help promote the UFC PI in China as well. 100%. If you guys haven't seen Dave Madden, look, if you find Dave Madden on Twitter and on Instagram, okay, he puts out memes and they're fucking great. He had this Henry Cejudo on a wheelchair video that the caption, right, Fred? Fred's laughing already. He knows what I'm talking about. That shit was good. All right, so y'all need to go follow this man because he'll catch you off guard with some of the shit he does. It's hilarious. No more IG. Okay, apparently Dave Madden's off IG. How the fuck did that happen? Oh,
I bet you.
New meme amusement. Hang on a second.
I was like, I hope he didn't get caught up in that whole UFC banning account.
Hey, Dave, I done told you, Jack. I done told you a few times they wasn't fucking with me. They completely banned my old shit. I done told you, stop playing with Facebook and Instagram.
Yep, he 100% got kicked off this shit.
Yeah, well,
So moving it along, and this whole event had a lot of different storylines that are really interesting. What do you guys think about Tony Ferguson still basically getting snubbed? Because they're not talking about him getting the shot after. They're still kind of saying maybe they'll set up him and Justin Gaethje or him and somebody else, and they still aren't giving this guy the respect. Fred, where do you think Tony Ferguson, what do you think he should do next?
Look, man, I have been an outspoken critic of Tony Ferguson's. I predicted he would lose this fight.
Yeah, me too.
All that being said, the cute little fucking disgusting looking prick deserves his title shot. I mean, he deserves the fucking title. I mean, Justin Gaethje, what the fuck are we talking about? Much as it pains me to say it, he either deserves the title shot or the fight against Conor McGregor. I love that Conor McGregor became so big that fighting him's almost bigger than the title shot. It just comes with so much more opportunity and fame and shit. But what the fuck? It's one of those, right? It's Conor or the title shot for Tony Ferguson, I feel like. If I'm Tony, I ain't taking no fight against no goddamn Justin Gaethje, Jack. I'd just soon fight in Bellator before I'd fight Justin Gaethje. I swear to God, I would. Like, if I was Tony at this point, it's either C-Mac or the winner of fucking Nurmi and fucking Dustin Poirier, right? Like, and if he says that, they almost kind of got to give it to him. What the fuck they gonna do? Let him walk? They could, but I would refuse to fight Justin Gaethje and not refuse on no little punk ass. He's scared. Scared my dick. Yeah, I'm scared. Say whatever you want, little punk ass keyboard warriors. No fucking pun intended. I ain't fighting nobody but Conor for a bunch of red panties or for that fucking belt. That's it. Period.
Yeah, look, real quick, for obviously people, everyone saw the pay-per-view. Cowboy or Ferguson won the fight against Cowboy in a weird way, obviously, because Cowboy decided after busted his nose, he blew his nose, which you're not supposed to do. And Cowboy, being a veteran, fucking knew it, still did it, It was kind of one of those like he had like a brain fart for a second. He did it. Eye blows up. He thought he could push the air out of his eyeball. It's hilarious. And that's not how that necessarily works. But whatever. But he wanted the fight to go on. The second you go into replay mode, which I think Margliotto was the ref for that. Second you go into replay mode, the fight's over, right? Now, the fucking punch that Ferguson landed, literally a second and change after the horn, illegal as fuck, but that wasn't the reason that I swelled up like that. So you couldn't take away the win from Ferguson. Now Ferguson said he wouldn't mind running it back. I kind of assumed this was going to happen, even though Cowboy was getting pretty worked in that fight. But I'm with you. I think Ferguson deserves a title shot. If he's not fighting him, a Khabib or a Dustin Poirier next, I'm him. I don't take the fight. I don't take any fights till I get that title shot.
For the record, Cowboy was going to lose that fight.
Oh, 100%. He was on his way.
I like Cowboy, and I don't like Tony. But goddamn it, sometimes you got to call a spade a spade. Donald didn't want to come out in that next round. He would have came out, but he could have blew his nose, not blew it. They could have stopped it, let it go, whatever the case may be. He's about to get that ass whooped. That's just the way that was about to go, period.
I think he was also drawing dead in the third round, right? I think two judges already had it for Ferguson. So unless he Cowboy ended that fight by like spectacular KO, it wasn't going to go his way either way. But do we feel like Cowboy's that guy that just can make it to the dance but can just never be like, the prom king or whatever? Like he can make it there, but that number one contender fight or that title fight, he just can't get over the hump. So is he gonna be the best fighter to never win a title?
What the fuck do you mean, do we feel? There's nothing to feel. That's a fact, Jack.
Yeah.
It's fucking science.
Look,
well, think about it though, because if Ferguson doesn't get a title shot, and he never does, and he ends up walking out of the UFC without getting a title shot or winning one.
But listen, he himself has said it for a long time, for years, before he had his son. I don't care about titles, man. Just keep getting me fights. I keep getting paid. If he had the attitude back then that he has now about a title, I guarantee you Cowboy would have been a fucking a champion. For as long as he's been in the game, he'd have been a champion at least for one time, right? Now, to me, it's too little too late, right? You got a Tony Ferguson, you could be Khabib. Dustin Poirier, Khabib alone, by the way. But Dustin Poirier, who has improved leaps and bounds. Max Holloway, who's going to be a really good 155er once he's like fully committed to that weight class. I think it's too late for him to be a champion at 155. I think that he will get a title shot, and it's a fucking long shot. My prediction is this. They're going to set up a fight, whether it's this Khabib, Dustin Poirier, or whether it's, the winner of that fight for their next, for the first, either Dustin's first defense or Khabib's next one. And if someone pulls out of that fight, namely a challenger, I think Cowboy's going to be on the top of that list to just throw in there because he's fucking crazy. And he'll get massacred, but he'll at least get a title fight, right? So,
No, Eddie. I think you're clinging to a distant memory there.
I'm just hoping.
I think
I'm hoping.
Cowboys title fucking hunt days are done, son.
Probably.
This was it. He needed this one back for as far as fighting for the title goes.
Yeah,
now, I'm sure he'll get as many fights as he wants. He's the fucking perennial gatekeeper, man. And I don't mean that in a cute kind of way. I'm just saying, like, he's that guy. If you can beat fucking Cowboy, you're ready to fight for the title or a top contender spot at the absolute least. And I mean that. Like, there's probably like levels to gatekeepers. He's fucking Goro. He's the top gatekeeper right before you fight the man. If you can beat Cowboy, you a bad motherfucker. But like, Cowboy definitely isn't ever going to be the man. It doesn't seem like it. I mean, you never know in this sport, but that's what makes Michael Bisping so special, man. He actually pulled it off. Cowboy probably won't. There's a lot like Cowboy. Most people don't pull a Bisping and actually get their moment in the sun. It sucks because Cowboy seems like the type of guy that we'd all like to see get it. But that's why we also enjoy the sport, man. This shit ain't the WWF. If it was the WWF, Cowboy would have won that fucking fight for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But it ain't, man. So it is what it is. The best fighter won, period.
If there was any time that I wanted to see some bullshit decision is when is Cowboy needing to win a fight to the title because I like Cowboy that much. But, it is what it is. Yo, real talk. Dave Madden did get fucking kicked off of Instagram. God damn.
Man, Real talk, I've been trying to tell him, Jack. You can't.
I know.
On Instagram. They banned me like a year ago. I learned my lesson. Let me tell you something. If they watch it, I don't play with y'all no more. I don't fuck around with my Instagram. Is goddamn it, me, food, and art. I don't post no fight and nothing.
On the Keyboard Warriors Instagram, I post those fights all the time. Okay, I do whatever I find on YouTube and shit. I'm waiting to get banned. It's coming. I know it.
Well, shit, them hood fights too. Dave was getting cute and posting motherfucking UFC. You don't fucking play with the UFC. UFC got some little spies out there, Jack. Watch it.
Yeah, like I'm gonna get away for a while. I'm gonna get away with this shit for a while. But if I post if I start posting fucking UFC shit, I get kicked off. His new Instagram, Dave's new Instagram is Meme Amusement, all one word. So Meme Amusement. Follow that man. All right. Real quick on the YouTube comments for I let Jesse go on here. I know you had a point here, dude. Give me a second. Fred was right. Yeah, you were right. Dave says you were right about the Instagram thing. Dave says I did everything I could to not praise him. I'm with Fred. Henry's on roids. Priya Rose says Tony's there so much better, and Henry's definitely on steroids. Man, he started a thing here, dude. With that, you think Henry's on roids thing?
I don't know. What's the crazy thing?
What?
You go online, and that's a very prevalent rumor, just because of his improvement.
Just look at his body.
Like, look at that. Yeah.
Just look at his body. Jeremiah from the Hardcore MMA show says I had it 1-1 going to the third, but he didn't want to get punched in that eye again. That could have been bad. He's talking about that Cowboy Ferguson.
Oh yeah.
Fight. I don't think it was 1-1. I thought it was 2-0, pretty clear, but.
Well, I thought maybe you could have gave Cowboy that first round.
But
like the second round, I just felt like towards the end of it, it was one of those deals where I felt like if that round would have had 30 more seconds in it, Cowboy probably would have got finished. And that's usually not a good sign going into the third round, especially not for fucking Cowboy.
Mike Perry on Twitter wanted a rematch with Cowboy, says Jeremiah. And the MMA God says Mike Perry so stoned he forgot Cowboy moved to 55. I enjoy Mike Perry. I like Mike Perry because he's real. Like he's just himself. I mean, he might be retarded, but he's himself.
With his 3% blackness too. That's my favorite.
He said the N-word because of that.
Bro, did y'all see? It's a dude on Twitter, and his whole fucking shtick is like asking UFC fighters weird questions in their inbox.
What?
Like his whole thing, I don't know who the cat is, but like he's getting like he just DMs him these weird questions, right? So he DM Mike, like most of the fighters are just like, okay, whatever.
I heard about this. Yes.
Okay, so like he DM Mike Perry some shit, like something about beating up his ex-girl's new boyfriend or something. And like I said, man, most people just like DM like, oh, that's crazy. That's I smell a bad joke coming, all this kind of bullshit. Hey, Mike Perry DM'd him back like 3 paragraphs. Like, man, don't worry about her. She a hoe. I wouldn't worry about that bitch. I would just get another bitch, and then I would rub that bitch in that bitch's face, and then I'll beat that motherfucker's ass. And if he's too big, bring a baseball bat and beat him with that. I'm like, man, Mike Perry is a wild motherfucker, Jack. Like,
if anyone knows
random response and shit.
If anybody fucking knows, like who the fuck did that shit, please send me the Twitter handle. I really want to fucking.
I think I might have tweeted it. You got to probably go down my timeline a bit, but I'm like Mike Perry took that way too seriously. He was giving out some raw ass advice, and if he big, hit him with a bat. You understand me? Get your pussy back.
That's fucking hilarious.
Mike Perry seems like the type of guy that like would be great for one of those like what was it when they were doing the Dana White's Contender Series where they had Snoop Dogg and stuff. He seems like the perfect type of guy to just get high and put him there to like talk about fights, because he wouldn't talk about fights. He would just ramble on and on. It'd be like our own like Joe Rogan like fight companion, where they won't even talk about fights. They'll just start talking about wild stuff. He's great.
All right, Jeremiah says McGregor Rousey on Twitter is his name. I'll find him. No, Mike Perry. Oh, I forgot who he was fighting, but he was like, people gonna get cut open, and somebody might die. Like that.
That's like a famous little gift now, boy.
Favorite fucking Mike Perry clip ever. Like I actually because we posted on Keyboard Warriors on the Instagram a long time ago, and I had to save it on my phone, but I ended up deleting a bunch of shit. But that's one of my favorite clips of all time of anything. And somebody might die, like because he was like. wild as shit. He's like, somebody might fucking die. And then the other one is when he's talking to Darren Till outside somewhere. He's asking if he wants to spar. And Darren Till doesn't catch on to that. He thinks he just wants to work out with him, right? Or hang out. He's like, oh, you want to spa? You want to spa? Oh my Jesus, you want to spa? I'm like, oh, dude. Mike Perry is like talking to him serious as shit. Like, yeah, I want to fight. Like, let's fight. And Darren Till's sitting there going like, this motherfucker's crazy. Like, it's so great.
Hey, listen though. One thing you got to give Mike Perry. I don't know why the fuck we talking about Mike Perry. We need to get on the fucking record.
Thanks,
One thing you got to give that damn dude. Have you ever seen a boring Mike Perry fight?
Never.
No.
Like, homeboy is low key. That well, I shouldn't get crazy. He's had nowhere near the accolades that Vanderlei's had. But he's like a fucking modern day Vanderlei as far as his excitement level goes. The motherfucker is not in a boring fight, period.
Yo, okay. First of all, it's at Jeremiah's right at McGregor Rousey on Snapchat on Twitter.
Yeah.
The last one I just saw was Eric Anders. He DMs Eric. He goes, Eric, I can't wait to watch you compete at the 28th. Do you have time to answer a question from a huge Alabama UFC fan? Eric goes, absolutely. What you got? He goes, could I crash at your place for the next few months just until I get back on my feet? and then he has Zach Cummings. He's like, hey, man, I have a question if you have time to answer. He goes, shoot. He goes, could you co-sign on this car for me? Like, how do I get – he has Chris Lehman. Yeah. Because Chris Lehman, he goes, he has Chris Lehman, how do I get my wife to sleep in the same bed as me again? That's – dude, this motherfucker. I'm following him right now. Fuck all that. That shit is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, from one awesome story to a sad story. Where do you guys see the UFC taking Valentina Shevchenko next? Go ahead, Eddie. What?
I'm sorry, I have to. He got Mike Perry goes, my girlfriend blocked my phone number. Could you possibly text her and tell her that I am sorry to unblock me? And Mike Perry goes, why me? And he went back and forth with him. Holy shit, that's amazing. Okay, all right. Sorry. Anyway, sorry. Valentina Shevchenko knocked out Jessica Ai, who went in there looking like she had no business being in there. Now, full disclosure, Jessica Ai took a lot of shots to the body, a lot of kicks to that body, and she kept going, leaning down, protecting, and that's when she got set up for the head kick. I thought when she got hit to the body a bunch of times, my first thought is take her fucking down, like as soon as possible. But you're trying to recover from those body shots; it's hard to do. And she got knocked out so bad, it took her at least 3 minutes to wake back up and like actually sit up and shit. It was scary for a second. But as far as who's next for her, I mean, your guess as good as mine, dude. I mean, shit, who you got for that? Because I can't. I'd look at the rankings.
I think this is just the growing pains of a division, right? I mean, the fucking division was literally just born like 6 days ago. This is what it is, man. You had a very, very strong competitor from she was 35, right? And then cut down to 25, Shevchenko. Yep. Right. She's got fucking competitive fights with Amanda Nunes, Nunes, which is a goddamn straight up fucking beast. So this is to be expected, man. Like, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. I would imagine for me, it seems like the move is somebody from 35, pulling a James Sandman Irvin and cutting down and sucking all the skin out of their bones and getting down there. And, a name from 35 dropping and fighting her at 25.
Real quick, let's focus on flyweight for a second, and we'll talk about 35s real quick. All right. Here's the top 5. I'll give you top 6 just because Jessica Ai just lost. Obviously, Valentina Shevchenko was champion. Number 1 is Jessica Ai. Number 2, she got gifted a win, in my opinion, this last weekend. But whatever, she got the W. Caitlin Chukagian gets she's number 2. Liz Carmouche is number 3. Joanna Jędrzejczyk's number 4. Roxanne Modafferi is number 5, and Joanne Calder was number 6. I think the fight they're going to want to make is Joanna Jędrzejczyk, but the fight I want to see is Liz Carmouche, because Liz Carmouche will take that chick down hard.
And she beat her before.
Huh?
Carmouche already beat Shevchenko before.
There you go.
Did she?
35?
Yeah. 25 maybe?
So outside of the UFC.
But outside the UFC. I think it was in Strikeforce. If
Let me make sure.
Memory serves me. But yeah. The bad thing is that I think Shukagian is on a 2-fight win streak now, or a 3-fight win streak. So she's probably the only one that's on an actual win streak, besides Jessica, who just got a bat upside her head and got put to sleep. But
you're right.
Like, Fred, do you think the problem right now is that she's kind of having like a kind of John Jones-ish type of run where she's destroying these number one contenders a little too fast, and they just don't have the right amount of people in there and the right amount of talent to kind of at least give her a challenge? Do you think if this fight would have been a little bit more competitive, it would have actually helped the division a little bit more? And like, oh, well, we can circle back around to this fight later on. We have a little storyline brewing, Instead, now she just eliminated the number one contender, and now we're kind of like, well, who's next? Who's going to get killed next?
So, sorry, real quick. C3 fights, Red River Rivalry in Oklahoma in 2010. Liz Carmouche TKOs Valentina Shevchenko in the second round. Shevchenko did not come out for the third round. That's why she won. They call that retirement in between round. If you don't come out, it's retirement.
Interesting.
Right. But yeah, there you go. I want to see. I'd rather see Liz Carmouche than with her.
I guess I would like to see that rematch, especially based upon that new knowledge of her having an L to her, even though it was fucking 35 years ago. Nonetheless, she got a stoppage over her. So, what the fuck was you babbling on about Jesus though?
Okay.
Her being fucking like too good for the division. John Jones. Okay, yeah. Listen, John Jones. No, I don't quite get that. I understand what you're saying, but I just don't think there's no way in getting around it. I mean, it's just a new division. It's a division in its infancy. So. Okay. There goes. He goes.
And he died.
Yeah.
Do you think that like you said, maybe like a 35er coming down? Do you even see a 35er that could pose a threat besides Nunes? And we know Nunes is a little too big to make that cut. So do you see anybody that you can think of that would be a challenge for her?
I mean, not off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's somebody in the fucking top 5, top 7 at 35 that could be pose a challenge. Now, if they can make 25, I mean, obviously Holly Holm would be interesting, but I don't think
Jesus, she would kill herself making 25.
Yeah, she's not making 25.
All right, here's your top 5 at 35.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, first of all, champion Amanda Nunes is not cutting to 25.
Well, sure.
Nope.
Jermaine Durandamy is not cutting to 25. Holly Holm's not. Caitlin Vieira is interesting.
That's interesting.
Aspen Ladd's interesting. I think she can make 25. Rocky Pennington, she's got quite a bit of fat on her, and not calling her fat. She thick though, but I think she can cut some fat and make 25.
Yeah, good point though. She could probably make 25.
She can make 25. She would be ripped to shit out 25, which would be great. But
but
other
she
than
did
that,
take quite a beating
I don't see anybody
in her fight, right?
What's that?
Didn't Raquel Pennington take like a massive beating in her fight for the title? So
against Amanda Nunes?
Yeah. So I don't think we want to see her weight down, being able to take more brain damage, right?
No, I think she could make that fight way more competitive. All right. Now here's an interesting one. People on the comments are here talking about, let me see, who was it? Priya Rose said Jessica Andrade can move up, right? She could. That one's interesting.
Yeah.
I just don't know how much bigger she is. Here's one that I want to see move up. And I think she will soon. Tatiana Suarez will move up to 25, I think. And being the female Khabib, the one that they've been talking about her as being the female Khabib, right? Let's see her go up. Sure, she wants to win this belt first, and fair enough. Wait till you get the title shot, whatever. To me, that's the interesting one. For her to move up and take that 25 belt.
That was my next question to you guys, because I feel like Suarez, it's either she's going to have the opportunity at 15 soon, or she's just going to move up and dominate 125. But like this last fight kind of, I don't know, it kind of showed that she's still got a little bit of holes there to be able to, that she needs to patch up. What do you guys think?
Yeah, well, she wasn't as dominant as I thought. I think that everybody thought she was going to be, right? Like everybody thought she was going to steamroll that bitch, and she, kind of didn't, so to speak. But I mean, she's a young fighter, man. I ain't tripping on that. Like I'm not like, oh, she's not who we thought she was. She still looked really good in the fight.
Yeah, no, first 2 rounds are solid. That last round was you were like, oh shit, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah, but shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She's
she's
early
tired.
in her career and shit. Yeah, yeah. Like I'm not tripping on that. Like I still think
Yeah.
she's fucking the prospect that we thought she was.
All right, let me catch up here on the YouTube comments. Raider says Liz should fight her. I thought they already fought and they did. So, but that'd be great. To me, that's a fight to
Yeah.
make. But yeah,
I'm with that now too. Actually,
Mhm.
knowing she's got an L tour, why not? Like we ain't got nothing else really going on. Why not?
yeah, you throwing
And I
Jacek
think
in there for
Liz
nothing?
Carmouche- I think Liz Carmouche is on a run too, right?
I'm pretty sure she won the last fight, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll look that up in a minute. Raider says Chukagian sucks hard, even though I think she won the fight last weekend. JoJo sucks too, though. No, Raider, you just don't like JoJo. I was in that fucking chat on Messenger with everybody on there, and she's all shitting on JoJo, and I'm like, nah, son, she got robbed. So no, Raider, you wrong for that one.
Listen, I'm here for it. I don't like little JoJo either.
You know what? Yeah, I think because what is it? Liz Carmouche, she has a win over Chukagian. She did lose to Alexis Davis on a split decision, but she is on a 2-fight winning streak. So I mean, yeah, I say throw her in there.
Okay, to me that's the move. Chukagian, Dave said Chukagian, Kia. Oh yeah, she kept yelling that shit during her fight, and enough to like Joe Rogan had to explain why she was doing it and how it helps. It was weird. Justin or Josh could definitely take us as Priya, maybe. Raider says left my ass off. They need to tape her mouth basically shut. Chukagian. Yeah. Well. Dave says Aspen Lad can't make 25. Lad is on steroids. Okay, stop the steroids and cut a little weight. You make it? Maybe. I dropped to 25, but would be interesting. But there's so many contenders at 15. Yeah, she needs to clear out the division.
That's true.
Tatiana beat Nina. Let's see. Big fucking deal. Thanks for Raiders head. Priya as well. What about Mackenzie Dern at 125? I strongly dislike her. She just had a kiss. She ain't making 25 for at least a year.
Damn, I forgot about Mackenzie Dern. She'll be interesting, but she's got to get back in the swing of things though first.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't mind not seeing her fight ever again. I would love if she just went back to jiu-jitsu. And not because like I'm just sick of the whole weight thing. She just can't fucking make weight for whatever reason, and she just wants to stay at 115, whatever. Let's see. Yeah, everyone talking about roids. Raider says Dern has a bun in the oven. She already had the kid, so like I think like yesterday, the day before, her dad Megaton Diaz was putting it on all over Twitter or all over Instagram.
Damn, look at Eddie still checking in on her,
bro. Man, that's one that's a lot of guys are hurting for. But yeah, fucking Dave putting up a freaking meme while we're on the show on his Instagram. Dana White, it's probably time for Henry Cejudo to retire as he hands him the 2 belts. I bet you Dana White ain't happy about that, just for real. But you know, Raider said Joe Diaz got her pregnant. Look.
Oh.
I can't even talk about that. I got in trouble. Anyway. Oh shit, you got a phone call, bro?
Oh wow.
Yeah, we did. We're good to go.
That's the first time.
What do you guys think about the whole Rose? You know, she says she's gonna be out until probably the end of the year.
Good.
And that she had an injury going into the fight where in her neck where she got dropped on her neck.
Jesus Christ. Really?
So you guys, yeah. So do you guys think that this could be something where we might not see Rose back for actually quite a while? Because, you know, having a neck injury and then getting slammed on your neck, probably not going to help.
I don't want to see Rose until next year. I don't want her coming back anywhere under 100% because she was piecing up Andrade in that fight and then she got dumped on her fucking neck. Okay. I'm not taking away any credit from Andrade, but Rose is winning that shit. Okay. So I don't want to see her come back and then get, you know, destroyed because she's all, you know, she's not 100% yet. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I think honestly, Rose never ever since she became champ, came off as someone that doesn't want to fight anymore. You know what I mean? Like to me, she just came off like she just wanted to be done with it. But yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Remember, all her goal was to be the champ, right? Mm-hmm. So she achieved her goal, and now it kind of seems like, you know, now she has enough money. I think we talked about it when she lost, right? She has enough money to do her little farm and just be like that hippie, like not a care in the world, and garden her own fruit or whatever, and do whatever she wants.
And that's the move in Colorado. That's your move. Just start a weed company, get your farm, get set for life. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think she's gonna be on hold to the end. And I think MMA God says on the YouTube, and I saw it too. I saw the same quote that her manager said end of the year. So that's I think it'll be past. I think we won't see it till first quarter next year. I don't want to see it till first quarter next year. But if they bring her back and they give her that rematch, the only person I'm gonna feel bad for is Michelle Watterson. That's it. That's it. I'm on board this mom champ shit, 100%. Okay. I'm on board for that. All right. Another fight on the main card. Peter Yan gets a decision over Jimmy Rivera. Jimmy Rivera's the same guy anymore. I think his time is done. I think Aljo jumped over him, and now Peter Yan beat him. I think it's over for Jimmy Rivera. Your thoughts, Jesse?
Yeah, I think for the most part, I mean, I think Peter Yan's exciting, but like you said, I think there's much better prospects there, that are farther along. I think what is he like 5-0 in the UFC so far, or maybe 6-0 now, in the UFC so far. So, but I mean, I think if you want more of a little bit of a season, more kind of like star power that people would know, you definitely have to go with Aljo. He's got that charisma, he's got that talent already, and he seems to be rolling finally, really doing what he's best at, right? So I'm interested to see if maybe they match them up. I know a lot of people were talking about that, but I think Aljo, maybe a rematch against Marlon after this weekend, to maybe decide, see if it's Aljo's turn next to fight roided up Henry Cejudo or what.
See, now everyone's gonna be spreading this Cejudo's on roids thing. Come on, bro.
I mean, it makes sense. It just makes sense. Listen,
we don't know.
Look, I'm just saying. He's Mexican. He's in Mexico eating those tacos that are full of roids.
Yeah, no, listen, for sure.
Hey, why am I the one defending Henry Cejudo here? This is bullshit. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. That man can defend himself. All right. And then there was no shoeys this time around. Tai Tuivasa loses to Blagoy Ivanov in pretty close fight, so that was cool. We talked about the tennis. Suarez. Okay, real quick before. Okay, Alexa Grasso had a great fucking performance. Calvin Kattar had a great performance. The one that I wanted to talk about.
Wow, brush over your ex like that, huh?
Yeah, I am. That's what you do with exes. You brush them off. Aljamain Sterling. Did he make his case for a title shot with that win over Pedro Munoz, Fred?
Yeah, I mean, just like Jesus was just saying, man, it's either him or Peter Yan at this point, right? Yan. And I think Aljo is just a little bit of an easier sell. He's more charismatic, and he actually proved himself worthy, I think, with this last fight. His striking was really unorthodox, interesting. We know he's got top-notch grappling, training with fucking Matt Serra and company. Yeah, man, I'm here for it. Like, I don't think you can go wrong either way if Aljo's not ready or whatever, than Peter Yan. Matter of fact, to keep it a buck, if Henry's disgusting ass is going to go back to 25 and fight Benavidez or some shit like that and try to keep that little stupid division open, I think you could do Aljo and Yan for a title eliminator for when Henry does get back to 35 at the end of the year.
All right, Jesse.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with Fred there. I think the only reason that Cejudo would go down at this point is to kind of get back that loss against Benavidez. Because I mean, really, how many more flyweights are in the division? I think maybe like 4, right? Because you've got Benavidez.
They cut everybody. They're gonna be scrambling to sign everybody back because Dana White's like, oh, we're gonna keep it. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I think that's where he takes a hit, right? Like, he's either gonna go down there and be like, basically he's gonna be like the cyborg of that division, right? Where he'll go back for one off fight, and then basically be the 135 champ until he loses it. So yeah, I agree with Fred. I think that Peter Yan, Aljo, or like I said, maybe if you want to give Aljo another fight, and maybe possibly give Moraes another opportunity, and keep him kind of in the rotation. Dude, I feel really bad for Moraes. Like, that fight just did not go the way I thought it was going to go.
I mean, I thought he was going to fucking knee Cejudo right in the head and knock him the fuck out. And that did not happen at all. Yeah. So, but he'll get a shot back. He'll get another shot at some point. He's still young. Priya Rose asking if Juliana Pena is ever gonna fight again or gonna come back. What she say? Something. Oh, is ever coming back? She at the end of the year. Yeah. So she just had a kid too, right? Like not too long ago.
Like months ago.
Months ago, right? But that's not that long ago. Jeez. But like I see a picture of her right now. She doesn't. She looks like she's like getting back in shape, so that's good. She's calling fights for Combate Americas, if I'm not mistaken.
Terrible.
So
but I might add.
She's not good. She's not good. I'm sorry. Like she's fucking not. No. But okay. She tries. How about that? We'll just get with that. Anyway. But yeah, she's coming back in the year.
No, she doesn't try. She doesn't try. She's like a drunk Joe Rogan calling fights from his couch, like reacting to fights and like telling fighters how to like do stuff, and then, once a fighter's in a position, it's over. Oh, it's over, and then the fighter gets out, and she's like, oh, yeah, you could definitely get out like that. Like, aren't you a fighter? Shouldn't you know your stuff?
Well, no, Rogan's not a fighter, but he gets
but he knows more than what
he gets overly excited. I think that's what happens. He gets super excited about things like, oh shit, it's in. And you got Dominic Cruz next to him going, it's not in, Joe. Yes, it is. Look at it. And the guy gets out, and Dom's like, see, it's not in. So that's what you have. That's what you have.
One was when Dominic Cruz like started quizzing Joe about position or something, and he was like, well, why would he do that? Joe Rogan's like, what is this, a test or something? Like,
yeah. Yo, Dom, you can tell Dom gets annoyed with him a little bit. Like they rather have DC in there with Joe than Dom. Real talk. And then there's a lot of people that don't like Joe Rogan because, whatever's commentating style. And I said this shit on that chat, and I'm gonna say it again. I hope when Joe Rogan dies, they upload his brain to a computer and he's calling fights for the rest of eternity. And he keeps pissing you fuckers off because that's just hilarious to me. Okay, I love people that hate Joe Rogan because that shit is funny. Because you have to care really hard to care about. I don't know. I don't listen to the commentary like a lot. You know what I mean? When I'm watching, maybe like DC saying something or in a jiu-jitsu position, if Rogan's saying something, but that's kind of it. All right, MMA God says, I think Aljo makes more sense than Jan or Cruz. Dave Madden agrees. He says, I'm fine with Aljo. I'd love to see Corey Sandhagen versus Cruz.
Yeah, that would be dope. Stylistically, that's fun.
Would be pretty fucking legit. I haven't not thought about that yet. That's pretty solid, man. All right, so that's it for UFC 238. Let's talk. What else do we have on topics? Oh, fucking! They had that weird ass. I don't know if was it today or yesterday. No, it was today. UFC 240 or 241. The Khabib Dustin Poirier presser in London. Did anybody watch that awkward ass press conference?
I didn't see it. I saw the highlights, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, I saw all of 5 minutes of it, and I turned it off because all the questions were about McGregor. It's like Khabib was just like, I don't think he deserves a rematch. I basically say he doesn't really care for the rematch with McGregor. I don't disagree, but regardless, like it's just all they were asking about. So that's a thing. Where are you with that, Fred? Does McGregor deserve a rematch?
No, I mean I like McGregor, but like at this point, what does it matter? Right. We're fucking doing Dustin versus fucking Khabib. We'll see what happens afterwards. I mean, talking about what the fuck, dude. No sense of wasting energy over something that's definitely not happening. When it might have been a possibility, that's one thing. But at this point, it's not happening for sure. We're getting Dustin versus Khabib. So what the fuck?
Right. Jesse, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree with Fred. Surprisingly, again. But I think the problem is that I think they're still relying on the fact that McGregor might be back at the end of the year or maybe like beginning of the next year. So I think that's why they're not committing to Tony Ferguson being the next guy after. Like even after the press conference, like Dana White's not even committing to that being the next thing. He's like, yeah, he deserves it. But he doesn't, he's not saying like, yeah, he's getting it after Dustin, nothing. So I think they're still trying to hold out hope that Conor McGregor is going to come back and he wants that rematch. And I think he was on, a couple podcasts talking about how he's getting ready for, a rematch with Khabib. So I think that's probably what we're going to end up getting probably beginning of next year sometime.
Yeah. Rada says, dude, it looks so weird. Look like they were in a basement talking about the presser. Yeah, it looked like it was like a bottom of a pub somewhere. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. All right. Let's talk UFC 222 real quick because I just saw a great headline. You guys know Valerie Loretta, whatever. I don't know how to say her last name. She's fine as fuck, though. And the headline
Did you see
is
the Bellator promo that came out?
I don't know. I'll see anything with her on it, but I will watch all the things with her on it. But she says she's annoyed at the media's focus on her opponent's Hooters background. If you guys haven't seen the girl she's fighting, like they have her signing her contract at a Hooters with her uniform on. Meanwhile, Valerie's over here doing like
No way.
yeah. Meanwhile, Valerie's on her Instagram doing these like sexy like photo shoots and shit like that. And I'm like, chick, if you're worried about Hooters, like just go look at your IG. Chick, you're not doing anything different. Fuck. Anyway,
Go check out what I just sent you guys in the DM, so you could see the video that Bellator posted.
Okay.
And I forget who it was. Somebody retweeted that and was like, "There's no actual like fight like highlights in this promo." So
yeah. With a girl like Valerie, you don't need fight highlights of any kind. You just put her on TV and let her rip. Look, she could fight though. She could fight. I've seen her fight. She could fight. But it's just, that's how you sell fucking views and shit. Shit, hold up.
Oh,
I'll watch it later.
Are you guys gonna watch the Bellator card? Is it this weekend or next weekend with
it is this Friday.
Yeah,
it is this Friday, I believe. I'm trying to pull up the card, but Google doesn't make the cards on here. You have to actually go to Bellator's.
Matter. Fuck that card. It's Rory McDonald versus Neiman Gracie and fucking Lyoto Machida and Chael Sonnen. Thoughts on those fights? I gotta go here soon too, boys. So let's get through this real quick. Neiman Gracie, Rory McDonald. There's been rumors that John Fitch is cutting weight in New York.
He is.
That Rory McDonald's going to find Jesus and slide out the last moment, or will this fight actually happen?
I don't know. The fight's gonna go down. I mean, Fitch is in there just, I guess, for weight cut, whatever. But he's cutting weight. Like, it's confirmed. He's in there cutting weight, and he's gonna weigh in.
Fair enough. How's that fight go then?
Oh fuck. I don't know. I think Rory wins. What?
No. I just think it's funny.
What?
I don't know if you saw the press conference where Dylan Dennis like took Rory McDonald's belt.
Jesus Christ.
And who else did he take? He took someone else's belt and posed with both belts at the presser.
Yeah,
you mean like
Darian
Kelvin
Caldwell?
Yes, there you go. Darian Caldwell.
Because he's fighting Ryzen's champion. That's cute too.
Horiguchi. That's a good fight.
Yeah. Oh, Horiguchi.
I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, on the what is it, prelims, they have Heather Hardy. They also have Aaron Pico back after his brutal knockout. I think there's some interesting fights that it just I don't know. Why put Dylan Dennis as like the third fight down from the main event? Like, because
you need him to get his ass whooped on television where everyone sees it. That's why. I don't know Max Humphrey, so I'm not gonna bullshit. Real quick, just looking at the card. This is for all you people who are like, Bellator's gonna catch up, bro. They're gonna fucking UFC's fucking up. Bellator's gonna fucking catch up, bro. And fucking overtake him as the best looking man. Yeah, okay. Here's their fucking prelim card. A guy that's 2-2 fighting a guy making his professional debut. A chick that's 2-6-1 fighting someone that's 1-1. A guy that's 4-1 fighting someone with no fights. You get the fucking pattern here? There's a guy that's 11-10 fighting an 8-5 dude, and it's a catch weight fight because someone didn't make weight. Fucking Heather Hardy's 1-1 fighting a newcomer to pro, and somehow Aaron Pico's fighting a guy that's undefeated 12-0. Okay, they're fucking catching up, bro. Meanwhile, Dylan Dennis is the co-main event. Okay, right? No, the third fight down.
No.
Third fight down.
Yeah,
third fight down at 1-0, fighting a guy that's 3-2. Okay. Newsflash, motherfuckers. Bellator's never gonna catch up. Never, ever. Forget that shit. And it's not because I'm a big no, let's keep the UFC number one. If Bellator found a way to fucking be actually able to compete for fighters, great, that'd be amazing. But they're not fucking doing it, and I'm not paying to watch their shit if they keep giving me these fucking like weak ass fucking cards, dude. I'm just not.
Is it weird? Also, is it weird that the opening fight on the main card is a title fight, and then there's 3 fights after that before they get to the co-main and main? Like, that's so weird. Like, why put your bantamweight guy as the curtain jerker to the main card?
Dave Manning goes, Eddie, everything you're saying about Bellator is falling on deaf ears and most MMA fans, 100%, because everyone Everyone hates everything. You ever notice that shit? People just hate fucking everything. So, no, dude, like that fucking bantamweight title fight should be co-main at the very least. Okay, but again, UFC fucking doesn't treat fucking lightweights good, bro. They should all go to Bellator where they open the goddamn main card with a title fight. Fuck that.
Yeah, I agree. But like, I don't think it should be co-main. I think that Lyoto Chell should be co-main.
But at least the third fight. Why is Dylan Dennis not opening? Yeah, why is Dylan Dennis not on the prelims?
Right,
fuck.
Right. Well, because he's a big fucking name and people want to see him get his ass whooped. But he should be opening up the main card. I'll give you that. He should be.
I'll give him that
card. What the fuck? Like.
Yeah. So no, Bellator's not catching up, and they're never going to catch up. Let's get past that fucking
definitely
train.
Not catching up for fucking sure. Ever. But if you take them for what they're worth, listen, the UFC ain't on Saturday unless you're out fucking banging whores and doing coke or something. It beats fucking sitting around rubbing your snake to fucking country music. You know what I'm saying?
100%. True. All right. I don't know why I went off on that, but that just bugs the fuck out of me. All right, and then Lyoto Machida, we got one of these like little grandpa fights. I think I don't even know, man. Like, I don't know, and I kind of don't care about that fight. That makes sense?
Yeah, well, listen, I definitely don't care, really. I mean, I'm going to watch because what else am I going to be doing? But
I'll watch.
Watching with bated breath. But I'll tell you this. Hot take. I think Neiman Gracie beats Roy McDonald.
Damn.
I think he submits Roy McDonald. I think he's the real fucking deal, and I think Rory's head is elsewhere.
True.
I also think that Lyoto Machida is going to thunderstrike Chael Sonnen. I just think he's aged better. Chael's a good kid, but like he's the cowboy of Bellator, Jack. He's always right there, but then when the fucking going gets tough, Chael Sonnen gets folded. So that's the way that goes. Also, let's see. Aaron Pico should win.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we got on this card? We got the fucking I think Darian Caldwell. I think it's a rematch. I think they actually fought in Japan, and Darian Caldwell lost to Horiguchi. So he had to come fight him in Bellator to make it fair, which is interesting. I think Darian Caldwell wins that fight too.
Agreed. All right, for all you hockey fans, St. Louis just won their first Stanley Cup Game 7 win in Boston. I know someone that's probably near suicide right now. I probably should text that dude and tell him to calm the fuck down. Anyway, so yeah, hockey fans, there you go, St. Louis Blues. All right. Anything else you guys want to touch on before we head out of here?
Yeah, the latest announcement from Combate Americas that they're coming back. Well, yeah, they're going back to Fresno, California on August the 2nd, and they're going to have a main event of Zoila Frosto returning to their jaula against Reina Cordoba.
Right.
Again, if you're in the area, man, tickets are $22. I mean, you can't beat that for a solid night of fights. Check it out if you can. But so far, that's the main event that they've announced for Fresno, California at the UDN. No. The Save Mart Center.
Right. Okay. Well, there you go. All right, real quick. You guys know Museman on YouTube or on the Twitter? Yeah. So he's my boy. Him and I just hang out, just talk shit all the time. But we were talking about Joey Diaz earlier, and he has an impression. He texted me his impression of Joey Diaz. I'm gonna play it real quick because it's actually kind of solid. So let me see.
Hey, yo, dog. This is Uncle Joey here talking to you, Eddie Law. Eddie Law, you hear me? I'm the one who's saying, what the fuck is wrong with these kids, huh? What is wrong with them? No one ever choked on a strawberry and drinking a strawberry shake. These fucking idiot kids choking on Boba Fett or whatever the fuck it's called. The damn Boba teas. I don't give a fuck. Green tea, black tea, I don't care. Stop putting shit in it and just drink the fucking tea. You stupid idiots. I swear to God, if I hear one more fucking kid, I'm gonna fucking do something, dog. Eddie Law, I know you fucking hear me, dog. You're feeling me, Uncle Joey. You're feeling me.
Shout out to Amusement for my boy.
That was quite good. That was
solid, dude. I thought I'd play it on the show. Anyway, all right. Anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Shout out to representwiththewarriors.com. Shout out to Spices Pro, spicespros.com. Shout out to everyone that hung out with us tonight. We had quite a bit of people. Raider, MMA guys, Dave Madden, again, Meme Amusement on Instagram. Follow that man. Priya Rose hanging out for, I think it's like 2 shows in a row now. Good job. Jeremiah, I think I said MMA Gods already. Yeah. Who else we got? We got a lot of people today. So appreciate you guys hanging out. You guys are the shit. I got my tickets to UFC 241 because if you guys know, I'm an Nate Diaz fan, so I'm gonna watch that. But also Daniel Cormier fan, so I want to see that rematch. So I'm gonna be in the house at the Honda Center. So if you're going, let me know. I already got my tickets. Definitely down to meet up and shit. That is August 17th. So I'm missing my brother's baby shower, my brother's girlfriend's baby shower for that. So it better be good. Yeah, I'm already getting shit for it. But yeah, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Fred is at Kirby _ MMA. JC, that's for 1983. I'm at Elaw31. The show is at Keyboard MMA. You guys are the shit. Fucking love you guys. All right. Y'all have a good night. And good night, Wilshire.